Hello friends, in this video we are going to do a simple step-by-step comparative analysis between Axis Growth Opportunities Fund and Parag Parikh Flexi Cap Fund to find out which fund is better in terms of investment perspective and which fund should be there in your portfolio. So without further delay, let's start this video. And the first topic which we are going to cover is the management analysis of these funds. So first we are going to see the fund management of Parag Parikh Flexi Cap Fund, and this fund is managed by 4 fund managers, Mr. Rajiv, Mr. Ronak Onkar, Mr. Raj Mehta and Rukun Tarachandani, who has joined recently. And out of these 4 fund managers, Mr. Rajiv and Mr. Ronak Onkar has been managing these funds from past 10 years and Raj Mehta from past 7 years. And the two important point to note here is there is no recent fund management change in this fund and the fund manager tenure is really long. And next we are going to see the fund management of Axis Growth Opportunities Fund, and this fund is managed by 2 fund managers, Mr. Jinesh Gopani and Vinayak Jayannath. And the important point to note here is Mr. Jinesh Gopani has been managing this fund from inception from past 4 years and 8 months, and Vinayak Jayannath has joined recently, so there was a recent fund management change in this fund. And after management analysis, next parameter which we are going to analyze is the portfolio analysis. And the first thing in portfolio analysis, we are going to see the market cap allocation of these funds, and here Parag Parikh Flexi Cap Fund has allocated significantly to the large cap but not much to the mid cap and small cap, whereas Axis Growth Opportunities Fund has better diversification among all the market caps, and both of these funds has allocated almost 17% of their portfolio in foreign equities. And after market cap, next we are going to see the portfolio overlapping, and here Parag Parikh Flexi Cap Fund is overlapping 19.56% of portfolio of Axis Growth Opportunities Fund, whereas Axis Growth Opportunities Fund is overlapping 13.14% portfolio of Parag Parikh Flexi Cap Fund. And next we are going to see the portfolio valuations of these funds, and here Parag Parikh Flexi Cap Fund has more fairly valued and undervalued stocks, whereas Axis Growth Opportunities has more overvalued stock. And last in the portfolio analysis, we are going to see the portfolio quality, and here the Parag Parikh Flexi Cap Fund is having more strong quality stocks than the Axis Growth Opportunities Fund. And after portfolio analysis, next we are going to see the returns analysis of this fund, and in return analysis we are going to find out which fund has done consistently well over the past 3 years. And the first thing in the return analysis is the historical returns, and in first, second and third year Parag Parikh Flexi Cap Fund has outperformed Axis Growth Opportunities Fund. And next we are going to see past 4 years annual returns or the calendar year returns of these funds, and here 3 out of 4 times Parag Parikh Flexi Cap Fund has outperformed Axis Growth Opportunities Fund, whereas Axis Growth Opportunities Fund has done only once. And next in returns analysis, we are going to see the rolling returns, and in both 1 year rolling returns and 3 year rolling returns, Axis Growth Opportunities Fund has outperformed Parag Parikh Flexi Cap Fund. And last in returns analysis, we are going to see the SIP returns, and in 1 year, 2 year or 3 year SIP returns, Parag Parikh Flexi Cap Fund has outperformed Axis Growth Opportunities Fund. And after returns analysis, next we are going to see the risk analysis of these funds to find out the best risk adjusted fund. And the first parameter in the risk analysis is standard deviation. The lesser the value of standard deviation is better for the fund, and here Parag Parikh Flexi Cap Fund is doing better than Axis Growth Opportunities Fund. Next we are going to see the beta of this fund. Here also the lower the value is better for the fund, and here again Parag Parikh Flexi Cap Fund is outperforming Axis Growth Opportunities Fund. Next parameter in risk analysis is Sharpe ratio, and higher the value of Sharpe ratio is better for the fund, and here Parag Parikh Flexi Cap Fund is doing better than Axis Growth Opportunity Fund in terms of Sharpe ratio. Next is the alpha, which tells us that how much Axis return fund has generated over its benchmark, and higher the value of alpha is better for the fund, and here again Parag Parikh Flexi Cap Fund is outperforming Axis Growth Opportunities Fund. Next parameter in the risk analysis is maximum drawdown, which tells us that how much negative return the fund has generated over a particular period, and lower the value of maximum drawdown is better for the fund, and here Parag Parikh Flexi Cap Fund is outperforming Axis Growth Opportunities Fund in case of maximum drawdown. And the last parameter in the risk analysis is past 3 years mean returns, and the higher the value of mean is better for the fund, and here again Parag Parikh Flexi Cap Fund is outperforming Axis Growth Opportunities Fund in in past 3 years mean returns. So in risk analysis, in all the parameters, Parag Parekh FlexiCap Fund is outperforming Axis Growth Opportunities Fund. And last in this analysis, we are going to see the ratings and expense ratio of these funds. And in terms of ratings, Value Research and Morningstar has given 5 star to Parag Parekh FlexiCap Fund and 3 star to Axis Growth Opportunities Fund, whereas CRISIL has left these funds unrated. And in terms of expense ratio, Axis Growth Opportunities Fund is better than Parag Parekh FlexiCap Fund. So the conclusion of this analysis is Parag Parekh FlexiCap Fund is better than Axis Growth Opportunities Fund. But the important point to note here is both of these funds are from different categories and both of these funds have very insignificant portfolio overlapping. So you can invest in both of these funds. And remember, whether you invest in one fund or in both of these funds, invest in the direct plan of this fund and save on commissions. And to invest in direct plan, log into Angel One app, click on the mutual fund icon in the dashboard and click on the search icon in the right top hand side corner and enter the mutual fund name here, and after that select the right mutual fund scheme, and after your analysis press the invest button to invest in this mutual fund and enter the lump sum or SIP amount, and then make payment by your linked bank account via net banking, UPI or Google Pay, and your mutual fund order is executed.